Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, NASCAR Xfinity Series New Holland 250 from Michigan International Raceway. This is the 30th race all time for the Xfinity Series at Michigan. 250 miles, 125 laps, 30, 30, and 65 are 3 stages. Now, we have 41 cars going for 38 spots at Michigan this week. We do have some different drivers in different spots right now. So in the 02 this week, we have Blaine Perkins replacing Brett Moffitt. I know there were some sponsor issues there, and Blaine does bring a sponsor with him. I hate that. I mean, Brett Moffitt was sitting 16th in points. 29-year-old, a previous Truck Series champion. I just think it's the economic environment we're in. I think one thing that's helped the Cup Series is the charters, because you can go to a sponsor and say, hey, we have a charter, we're guaranteed no matter what to be in the races. And I think that matters, especially with sponsorship money being tight. I think the Xfinity Series needs to look at doing something with charters. I don't think you need as many as the Cup Series has. I think you have 38 spots, 24, because you have 12 playoff drivers. Right now you only have like 22 people that have ran the entire season. I think you need 24 charters, but one little caveat on those charters: a Cup regular cannot drive a car with a charter. So, for example, last year the 54 car in Joe Gibbs Racing, it was Ty Gibbs, it was Kyle Busch, and other drivers drove it. I think if you have an all-star car like that, you don't have charter on it. So if this was last year, I'm going on last year, even this year with Joe Gibbs, the 18 is kind of the all-star kind of mixed match car. You would have 2 charters on the 20 and the 54. Or the 19 and the 54 would have a charter. That 18 would not have a charter. Unless you're going to run full-time for the championship. So like Junior Motorsports would have 4 charters. So that 5th car, you can run whatever. So like when Hendrick does their part-time stuff in the 17, you wouldn't have a charter for that. So you just 24 charters. It has to be a driver in the Xfinity Series going for a driver championship in it. A team can have no more than 4. There's no limit of cars. So like Junior Motorsports can have 5, 6, 7 cars if they want. But you leave that unlimited there. But you have 4 charters, the max. And you have for title 24 charters. That way those teams can go to these sponsors. Like a Brett Moffitt, more likely, our Motorsports would have 3 charters. You go to a sponsor and say, hey, we're guaranteed to be in every race. This is, you'll have practice time on TV. You'll have qualifying on TV. You have the race on TV. This is the kind of exposure your sponsorship would get. Just a thought. But Blaine Perkins in the 2. Looks like Joe Graff Jr. will be in the 07. I know at California, Cole Custer won the race in the 07, and these tracks are similar. Looks like we got John Hunter Nemechek in the 26 for Sam Hunt. Jordan Anderson will have 2 cars this week, 31 for Mike Snyder and the 32 for Jordan Anderson. Josh Blakey's in the 45, Brendan Poole in the 47, Kaz Grala in the 48. It looks like Brandon Brown will be back in his car, 68. Inori Ogata in the 13, and then Matt Mills in the 78, and Kyle Sieg in the 28. So those are the step-in drivers for this week for the Xfinity Series. I forgot to mention in the Cup Series, we will have Austin Hill making his NASCAR Cup Series debut in the 33 car for RCR. All right. Last year, Xfinity at Michigan, Austin Cindric won stage 1, A.J. Allmendinger stage 2. A.J. Allmendinger leading 70 laps, got the victory, followed by Brandon Jones, Noah Gragson, Josh Berry, who led 24 laps, Harrison Burton, Justin Allgaier, Riley Herbst, Brett Moffitt, Jade Beeford, and Bubba Wallace. There were 9 cautions for 43 laps. We had 1,691 green flag passes. That's 17.6 per lap. We had 14 laps of overtime. So this unlimited, because you got to think though, we have a caution with 2 to go. We got to clean the track. You're still counting laps. And then we have unlimited restarts. So we got 14 OT laps last year. So that's something else that these crew chiefs have got to plan for. You got to have in your mindset, we might go to overtime. We got to make sure the tires are decent and we got fuel. There was no race in 2020. In 2019, we had a 44 lap to end it with 6 cautions for 29 laps. 2018 was rain shortened. We still had 10 cautions. We actually had 14 cars on the lead lap last year and 7 cars 1 lap down. At Michigan, AJ Allmendinger's raced 1 Xfinity race. He is perfect. He is 1-0. Noah Gragson has raced 2 races, 2.5 average finish. Josh Berry 1 race, finished 4th. Justin Allgaier 6.6 average finish with 3 races. Brandon Jones 8.6 in 3 races. Now playoffs. Let's talk about the playoffs. 12 playoff spots up for grabs. AJ Allmendinger 3 wins. Justin Allgaier 3 wins. AJ Allmendinger has a 17-point regular season lead right now. Ty Gibbs is sitting 3rd in points with 4 wins, 30 points behind AJ Allmendinger, followed by Josh Berry with 2 wins. Noah Gragson sitting 5th in points with 3 wins. We remember he got docked 30 points for his rough driving. I still don't think that should have been a penalty based on other things we've saw that NASCAR didn't call, but hey, who am I? I get it. If you look at the Brad Keselowski, Austin Dillon thing, that was under caution. If you look at who's the other ones this year, the Ross Chastain, Denny Hamlin stuff, nobody else was involved. If you look at the stuff from the Truck Series, Josefar and Kobe Howard, nobody else was involved. It's almost like you can do that as long as nobody else gets caught up in it. But if you do it and other people get caught up in it, then NASCAR stands in and says, no, you can't do that. Yeah, I mean, besides the 30-point penalty there and then the DQ, which he lost 32 points for Noah Gragson, that's 62 points he has lost this year. That drops him from 3rd down to 5th in points. He still got his 3 wins, so he still keeps the playoff points. But that does, I mean, that can matter. If he was shooting for a regular season title, that can make a big difference. 6th in points, Austin Hill with 2 wins. Brandon Jones, 7th in points with a win. 8th in points, Sam Mayer, plus 153 to the cut line. Followed by Riley Herbst at 134 to the cut. Daniel Hemrick, 91. Landon Castle, 56. And Ryan Sieg is currently in 12th place, plus 50. Sheldon Creed is coming in a hurry. Sheldon Creed is sitting 13th in points. He had a 5th and a 23rd. He's up to 15 points behind Sieg, followed by Anthony Alfredo, minus 75. Brandon Brown, minus 83. This is where Brett Moffitt fit in, but Brett Moffitt is not here in Michigan. He doesn't have a ride, so even if he gets a ride for next week, he's not eligible for the playoffs now because it's not medical. Jeb Burton's minus 142 and Jeremy Clements minus 148. My picks to win at Michigan. Whew. I don't even have, normally I do the 4 picks like I always do. I don't even have them all written down right now. Wow. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like AJ Allmendinger definitely, Noah Gragson definitely, is the way he's ran here and stuff. Josh Berry, he finished 4th in his only race here, so I'm picking him. And then my 4th pick, yeah, it's so difficult. Let's go with Justin Allgaier. So I got 3 of the 4 Junior Motorsports cars. The only Junior Motorsports I didn't pick was Sam Mayer. He has never won a race yet, so hey, he'll probably win now. All right, the 4 picks: AJ Allmendinger, Noah Gragson, Josh Berry, Justin Allgaier for the New Holland 250 at Michigan. As always, thanks for watching the Rubber Sports Show. Don't just have a great day, have a spiffy day. Rubber Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.